Hey, what's going on, guys? Jeremiah here for the Tugboats. I know I may not be here, but yeah, you're seeing my monitor right now. Before I start, I want to say I have two monitors. This is my leftmost monitor where I do most of the work, and I have some other things on the other monitor, but I'll be talking about that as I go. In the last video, we talked about home recording studio setups. And in that video, I was basically saying, hey, I'm going to record my vocals at my place and send them to Denver. If you watch that video, this is part 5. Denver uses Cubase, and we recorded all the music. And then we didn't really discuss the vocals, so right now what you're hearing is what I record for my vocals in almost the exact same setup. I've got an Audio-Technica Pro 37. It's not made to record vocals, but it does a great job, I think, of recording a clear and sharp vocal, which is what I'm looking for. I'm using Adobe Auditions just because I have the Adobe Creative Cloud, but you can use Cubase, you can use Pro Tools, you can use almost anything that is allowing you to set up to record multiple tracks that has some of these settings, and most of these interfaces are the same, so that's not too big of a deal. So what I did was I went File, New, opened up my Adobe Auditions. I just made a new track or a new project called Untitled Sessions because I usually don't save the vocal tracks. I'll export it and I'll just close it because I usually don't need to go back and edit anything. If I do, I'll just end up re-singing it usually if I mess up in a part or something, so it's not that big of a deal. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and drag in the music that we're going to be playing along to. Today we're doing a song called What Am I Doing Hanging Around? It is a song by the Monkees that was recorded in the late 60s, I do believe, and then later Seldom Seen recorded it, so we're going to cover that. And then this right here is the music that I recorded at Denver's. And I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of it right now for you. Let's start it down here at this second, let's see, chorus, because there's a pause right here before each chorus. So let's go ahead and play it. Okay, so that's what the music sounds like. Today we're going to be singing some vocals to it. So what I would do is make this new track here. You can see my levels going up as I am talking, which is good. We don't want it to peak. We don't want it to go up here to the red. We want it right there around that green yellow. And then we're going to be changing this input right here to mono input 1. We just want one mono track, one vocal. We don't want it to be split or heavy left, heavy right. We want it to be mono. And then everything else is going to remain the same. We're going to click this little red button right here. So this is recording where it's live. And when I hit this little record button, it's going to start recording. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sing the vocal. And I'm going to go ahead and just record the video as I do it and skip through some of it so you can hear exactly what I'm doing. I've got the lyrics up in my other monitor. So let's get started. What am I doing hanging round? I should be on that train and go. I should be riding on that train to San Antonio. What am I doing hanging around? Just for a short vacation, I went down to Mexico. I didn't have much time to spend, about a week or so. Alright, that sounds good. I got everything lined up like I wanted to. Didn't have to redo, but that one line really. And then I want to say, before we continue, I've got the mic about 3-4 inches away from my mouth. I've got 2 pop filters in between. You can use things like socks, fabric like that as a pop filter if you don't want to buy one online. Just something to kind of catch the air that's coming out of your mouth so that doesn't distort the mic, of course. So with that, I think we're good to do the harmony. I'll go ahead and play a little bit of this so that you can hear what it sounds like. And hopefully you get the idea of what we're doing. But what we're going to do here is go ahead and set up this track for another vocal. So mono input 1, master is fine. We're going to hit R on this one and R off of that one. So now it'll be the harmony. I'm going to go ahead and I do a lot of my own harmony singing on this music and on this channel. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to slide down here to where the first chorus starts. It starts right here. And then I've got to decide where I want the harmony. And you can do baritone or tenor first. I like doing tenor first because I like sliding baritone right in between them. I think it's a little easier. So let's go ahead and do some of the tenor singing. Alright, so I got one of these tenor tracks the way I like it. Now, what you can do, and I don't recommend doing this unless you have done it before, but what's really nice is I can actually copy and paste this tenor into place at other parts. This only works if your timing is perfect, which we play to a click track, so our timing is going to be perfect. And then what you do is you paste it into place, and then you just nudge it back and forth until you get the timing very, very close, if not perfect as possible. And then, yeah, so you can do that. And you got to make sure you sing the lead like the same every time, because if you hold a word differently, then it's not going to line up. It's not going to work correctly. So sometimes it's better just to do it live for every chorus. In fact, if you're not familiar with recording, I recommend just doing it live, the tenor live. Just do it every time. But this is, just want to show you, this is one way that you can do it. Alright, I got the tenor in place. It's time to go ahead and do the baritone. So we're going to repeat the same process here. Let's go to the first chorus. And we're going to go down one more track. Mono, input 1. Input 1 is just where my mic is plugged in my interface. And then let's go ahead and do it. Okay, everyone, I got the parts all out like I wanted to. It's now time to export what you've got. Now, this is where you would usually just mix it if you were doing it yourself, but I sent everything to Denver because he's got all the plugins and he knows what he's doing. So basically what I'll do is I'll hit this button right here. Sorry, this one right here. This is called solo, and it'll just select this track. So this track is the only track that'll play now. I'll go to File, Export, and then I go to Entire Sessions, Multi-Track Mixdown on here, Entire Session. And then I will send this to my documents. I'm going to export it as a WAV because those are the largest files. Very, very high quality file. And then I'll do vocal lead, and then I'll usually name it what am I doing hanging around. I'll name it something that indicates what the song is. Click OK. It'll export it, and then I'll do that for the tenor track. So let's go ahead and do this, export. And then I'm just going to call this one hanging around. Is just some way that I'll be able to find it and know exactly what it is, where it is. That's fine. And then one more time for the baritone. All right. And then that's good to go. Now what I'll do from here is I'll pull up my documents. I'll find where they are. These are it right here, hanging around. And then the tenor one is down here somewhere too. I'll find those and put them in a zip folder. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, went ahead and compressed those to this folder right here. And then this is the folder that I will upload to Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever you want to use. It's kind of big, 64 megabytes. And then I'll send that to Denver, and then he can unpack it and put it in his mixing software. Well, guys, I hope this was helpful. We're going to be making more parts in the future. And if you like bluegrass stuff, then you're in the right place. We record, write it, play it, do all that good stuff. We really enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video here on the channel. Mix.